Azure App Service is an HTTP-based service for hosting web applications. You can develop app in your any language like .NET, .NET Core, Java, Ruby, Node.js, PHP, or Python. Applications run and scale with ease on both Windows and Linux-based environments. An app service always runs in an app service plan. An app service plan defines a set of compute resources for a web app to run. One or more apps can be configured to run on the same computing resources or in the same app service plan. To create app service plan, provide the subscription, RG, name. Choose the region where you want to create compute instances to run your apps and specify operating system for the same. Choose the required pricing tier as available features might vary in each tier. In free and standard tier apps from different app service plans run on same Azure VM in the backend, including apps of other customers. These tiers allocate CPU quotas to each app that runs on the shared resources, and the resources cannot scale out. The Basic, Standard, Premium, Premium V2, and Premium V3 tiers run apps on dedicated Azure VMs. Only apps in the same app service plan share the same compute resources. The higher the tier, the more VM instances are available to you for scale-out. This isolated and isolated V2 tiers run dedicated Azure VMs on dedicated Azure virtual networks. It provides network isolation on top of compute isolation to your apps. It provides the maximum scale-out capabilities. There are some additional features that might be available with higher tiers. Here we can see that zonal redundancy is only available with premium tiers. Accordingly, price might also vary. You can scale up or down as per your requirement, which means you can change the pricing tier anytime. For now, we will start with free tier. You can run all your apps in same app service plan until as long as plan has resources to handle the load. You can choose to run apps in different plan if app is resource intensive or you want to scale the app independently or if you need to run it in any other region. As we can see that app service plan can be scaled up anytime to any other tier. Let us change the plan to premium for the time being as we want to check scale out feature. As we can see, you can either manually scale out or use auto-scaling feature. Under auto-scaling, either select schedule-based where you can specify instance count directly or use metric-based and add a rule where you can specify the number of instance to increase when CPU utilization crosses 70% or specify any other metric-based condition to scale out. Specify the cooldown period, which means amount of time to wait after scaling out once to see if we need to scale out more. In a similar manner, you can specify scale in conditions as well. Let us now create an app service using this app service plan. Provide name of web app, how you want to publish your app and runtime stack. We will select .NET 6 for now and Windows OS. Select the region where your created app service plan is to be able to fetch and select it. You can select GitHub account for continuous deployment if your code is in GitHub repository. We will disable it for now and proceed with default options. Disable application insights for monitoring and click on Create. If you are using standard, premium or isolated plan to run your web app, you can deploy it in slot other than production as well. You can validate app changes in a staging deployment slot before swapping it with the production slot. There's no additional charge for using deployment slots. You can enable continuous deployment from GitHub, Azure Repos, or Bitbucket in Deployment Center. We can see that web app is up and running now, as we can see the default page. Once you deploy your app code, you would be able to fetch the app page of your website using same link. We can use Service Connector to connect Compute service to other required service like storage, Key Vault if required. There are other features like backup, cloning the app in same or another region, adding custom domain, which is available only in premium tiers. We will discuss about monitoring web app in another video.